Hi everyone, Lynette here with Charm Grammy Crochet. Welcome to the dining room. I was cleaning up my yarn area where I sit to crochet, and I thought, I've done, and we've, had a tag or whatever that went around, what's in your go bag, and I can't find my go bag. I just don't know where it is, this little bag that I would take a project to work in, and it was always like throw it in the car with me everywhere. And since I have been off work, I had taken the yarn out of it. I had been doing the Tunisian crochet along with Jada and Stitches, and since I finished the project, and the last one that I did, I can't remember what month it was, and then I started focusing on other things and put that aside for a little bit because I'm not making a blanket. I was just making washcloths. And anyway, I can't remember where I put my doggone bag. It's got a pair of scissors in it that I really like and want to find. But I've been taking bigger, well, I wasn't crocheting there for a few days, and then not really going anywhere too much, really. And it got like pushed off to a side someplace, and I can't find it. But on a second note, I thought I keep, this is like my Bible of crochet. It is my little pouch. It is called Yarwa. I don't know if you can see that. Y-A-R-W. I don't know if it's an A or an O. And a friend gave this to me, and I keep like my life in here. The only thing it doesn't, I don't believe I have a pair of scissors in here. But I have in the front pouch darning needles in a little case, and in a other case, and I have, I don't know why, I have a business card in there. I have a paper clip in there. I just thought, oh shoot, I'm gonna clean this thing out. I wonder what I have in here, because I have a lot of things in here. So these are mostly clover darning needles, and then there's 2 or 4 that aren't clover. They're just metal needles. Then in here are, and I don't know where I got this from, but it came with something. These are plastic darning needles with a big hook, or a big eye. Real big eye in it, can you see? Yeah, there. So that's nice. And they're in this little plastic case. And they go in the front pocket of my thing here. Then when I open it up, I just thought I would share this with you guys. I'm gonna open it the right direction or everything falls out. But I have, oops, something did fall out. All of my hooks are on this side. These are the clover hooks that I use all the time. Pretty much the only hooks I use. The ones that don't fit in here are like the 15, and then I have I have bigger than that. But the biggest one in here I think is a 12. 8, 10, 9, must be a 10. Oh wait, what's this big one? 12, I was right. So that is my biggest hook that I carry with me at all times. In my yarn happy place. This is a stitch marker. I mean a book marker. And I believe, if I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I believe Judy Weston made this for me and sent it to me as a Christmas gift one year in a card. And this is going to be my place marker in the Sophie's universe. But it's near and dear to my heart, and it stays in this little bag. It lives in here. And then in this pouch on the other side, I keep all kinds of yummy little bags. I have a tape measure. I have the needle toppers to some darning needles. I have a rubber band, or not darning needles, but uh-oh, this broke. For knitting needles. those things. Well, I had, this is my Bag O' Day patterns. I bought that one time when it was on sale. Oh dear. So I had this, I don't know why I have so many darning needles in here, but oh goodness, the case broke and they are all over the bottom of this little window. These are metal darning needles. I'm going to put them in a case in the front. I'm going to put them in this one. But they were in here, and it apparently got crushed, and the topper comes out. So I'm going to take all these and stick them in here with these. These are big metal ones with big eyes. I guess I just keep them in here because honestly they're little and easily to lose. So now more darning needles in there. They're all in the front pocket now. Oh, minus the one I just did not see. Let's see, we'll stick it in this little case with the clovers. Easier to get to. Okay. Then, so as I said, I have my tape measure. I used to have a really cute one that Joe from Joe's Web gave me with the push button thing on it. It was the only one I had, and my son played with it. Even though he's an old man now, he was too rough, and he hurt it. So my knitting needle toppers go back in there because I don't have anywhere else to keep them and keep them safe. I have highlighters. When I use a printed out pattern, not from a book, but in a printed out pattern, I will highlight where I am in the pattern as I go. So I have highlighters in there in all the pretty colors. Then I have a pouch full of stitch markers. Every kind of stitch marker you could possibly want is in here. Stitch markers from friends, and if I started to go through them, you guys, there's a ton of stitch markers in here. But here's all my fancy, well, not all of them, but the majority of my fancy stitch markers are in here. I keep saying I want to make a stitch marker you know, thing for on the wall. That would be so adorable. I just haven't done it. I guess I could use one of those washcloths from Jada and that I made from Jada and Stitches. You could hook them on anything, right? And then I have this little pouch in here, and in this pouch is rubber bands for if I feel the need to make a lovey from Z's lovey pattern. Zelda NRJ3, she does a really cool lovey pattern that you put over the head of a stuffed animal and make a lovey out of it, a blankie. So I have rubber bands that I keep in here. Just don't know why. I have a couple of beads in here, just some plastic beads that if you're going to hold two yarns together, this is a nice size bead for doing that. For pretty much any size yarn goes through here really nice, but particularly the smaller weights, 3s, 2s, 1s. So I have a couple of beads in here for that. And then I have my clippy clips are in here because when you have a yarn tail on your skein of yarn, if you clippy clip it to the ball band, you always know where to start, where your yarn starts. You can tighten your ball band as you go and keep your yarn from falling all over the place. And it works better than tape, I think, on most yarn bands. I have clippy clips on the majority of my opened yarns. If you you know, have scraps and you put them on your ball winder, clip that end in there. It doesn't fall apart as easily. And they're reusable and they're cheap. I buy them at the Dollar Tree, which I'm going to tell you, everything's going up in price like crazy these days, but even the clippy clips. I used to get a package with like for $1 at the Dollar Tree, like, I don't know, 15 to 20 clips on it. And I just bought 2 new sets when I was there the last time, like a week or so ago. And I think I had 8 or 10 on the card for $1.25. So less clips, more money. But I still like them. And they're reusable, so if you use up that skein of yarn, there you go. Reuse that sucker, goes back in the bag. And that is what I do. So anyway, this is just a little what's in your yarn pouch. It's my yarn pouch. I don't know what you call this little pouch. It's not my go bag because it doesn't hold yarn. It just holds notions. What's in your notions pouch? There you go. What's in your notions pouch? That's what's in my notions pouch. And the darn thing weighs a lot with all those hooks in there. I mean, you know, a pound or two, a couple pounds maybe. But I think other than a pair of scissors, which I always keep scissors in my go bag, this doesn't always go in my go bag because if I'm on the go, I just take a hook out that I want. But depending on the project or where I'm going. But this is my notions pouch that is like my Bible of crochet stuff that you need on a regular basis. And that's what I keep in there. So if I'm going like to work and take my go bag, it's got a clippy in there. If I needed a bead, it would already be in there. Stitch marker, you know, whatever I would put in there as I go to work. I would have all those things, including my really cool scissors that are in there that I need to find. And if I'm taking like a big project or multiple projects, then I just take my whole notions bag and throw it in the bag, you know, in the yarn project bag that I'm using. Does that make sense? So anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you is what is in your notions pouch. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.